Welcome to the Trailblazers PvP Challenge. Rargh and myself will be grinding it out to create the strongest account, fighting 3 times a week, Thursdays, Sundays and Tuesdays, alternating between the channels.
In Trailblazers, everyone is an Iron Man and has to complete tasks to gain relics. Tasks can be as easy as killing a goblin or getting an infernal cape. Relics unlock powerful combat and skilling buffs never seen before in RuneScape. And once enough tasks are complete, new areas of the map can be unlocked.
This season, each fight is important, as winning the most fights before the final fight will put you 1-0 up in the series.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 10 of the Trailblazer PvP series. Now, there really isn't too much to say in this introduction. We lost last fight, but I do think I'm in a better spot. We now know Link's unlock, and a pretty unique plan, but I think it's one that is definitely more end game oriented and not to secure that first point by winning the most episodes. So we need to lock Asgarnia, and then we get a buttload of upgrades. We need 11 more tasks. The tasks are getting incredibly difficult. There's actually 3 more we could do with Jad, but I fucked up and I got Cave Krakens and I can't skip it. Now, I could still do Jad, of course, but I want to do it under 35 minutes, in which case I need the Black Mask to do that. So we probably still will do that, but we're going to put it on hold for now. Currently, let's actually start the timer and start with our plan. The first thing we're going to do is go to Kandarin, because we need to go to Rizalo to buy a sickle mold to make a silver sickle enchanted or blessed even, and kill a ghast, which is a very easy task, one that I've neglected because there's multiple steps. I hate the multiple step task ones, hence why I'm doing it now when I have to. But with 11 tasks, there's a few kind of easy ones, but it's getting so annoying to make a game plan with these horrible tasks. So I will just send them. I will let you guys know which ones I do, and hopefully we can get 11 with still hours and hours left for Asgarnia tasks and upgrades.
Well, BZGs, welcome back to another episode. That was interesting, the last episode. If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. It will be in the playlist. I think there'll be a playlist up in the top right corner or in the description. But you're joining me here because we need to get some agility levels. I need 76 agility, mainly because when we do Zulrah, we're not going to have last recall, so I'm going to have to use the fairy rings, and 76 agility is needed to go from the fairy ring over to Zulrah. It won't slow us down too much, because we will be able to use the glory to bank and then use the fairy ring in Edgeville to get straight back to Zulrah. So it's not going to slow us too much that we don't have last recall. It just means that we won't be able to, get our food and stuff straight away and just do 1 kill, come back. So we will have to do 3 or 4 kill trips to ensure we're doing Zulrah as efficiently as possible. But we need that 76 agility first. So I'm going to start this timer. We currently have 71 agility, so let's do it. Okay, this is going to be 75 coming in. We need 76, but with 75 we can actually do the Prif course. So let's go on over there and do that. There's a couple of tasks to do with the Prif course. Just one to do it, and then another one to do it in 1 minute 10, which I think is fairly easy to do. I don't think it's too hard of a task, and we get 200 points for doing that. I'm going to be pushing for the next relic before we start pushing, because we need 89 magic so that we can enchant our Zenite ring into a suffering. With a boost, we can use 89 magic. So before I start going on that grind, I want to get myself, the 16 times XP rather than 12, and then we can actually start Zulrah with a suffering and 89 magic. We'll be looking way better than we do right now. So I think it's best to get ourselves really set for Zulrah rather than just trying to send it and rush it as quickly as we can. Let's see if this portal's going to help us and get us finished. Oh, okay. Is this going to be in 1 minute 10? 1 minute 10 and we get 200 points here. This will be the first lap we've done. Let's do this. 1 minute 10, please.
All right, truthfully, that was a lot easier and quicker than I anticipated. So on to the next task. Yeah, I should have done that ages ago, but at least we're doing it now before the Asgarnia unlock. All right, Charlie, here's your ferret. Take your ferret. This should be the quest complete for Eagle's Peak, which means we can now actually catch Chinchampas. So let's go to the Grand Tree, hit the Tree Spirit. Well, first let's grab our box traps. Essentially, we're just going to catch those 50 Chinchampas that we weren't able to in the last episode. Then we can catch 50 Implings in Puro Puro. We can make the Spot of Your Cape. So they aren't the quickest tasks, but there is 3 we can hopefully bang out in this hunter grind right here. That took really no time at all. No, we don't want to set up another. Let's take off that entry swapper. Task complete. Actually did not get the level. These gave a lot less XP than I thought. So I'm actually just going to catch red salamanders. I think they're the quickest, so I can quickly top off on 66 and get that spot your cape task. I forgot we already made the cape, so we can just put it on, and that is 50 points and another task. 7 left, guys. Oh, we're getting so close. All right, so we just build, right? Now, do I have to put the seeds in it for the task? I don't, but we're already here, so we might as well just pop it in, and then we can use the mushroom to get to the other one. I mean, I only know where 2 are. I think there's 4, but I know the other one over here. Oh, there's 2? There's 2 over there? Didn't even know that. Just learned something new. And then we build, and we'll just put some seeds in. But that's 2 tasks done very, very quickly, and my first birdhouses ever. I just want to say that. Very proud of myself. Hold on, I'm gonna give a little bow. Very, very proud of myself. So I made a pretty big oopsie last episode in getting a Kraken task without having enough points to skip. I have to kill 95 more cave Krakens in order to actually give myself a task, and I want to kill the Jad again, and I want to be on task because I really want to go for that sub 35 minute, tank the hit, and cash in that fire cape for 3 tasks in what should be 35 minutes or less. Hopefully a lot less. I doubt it, but hopefully a lot less. This did not just happen. It doesn't show. Oh, that's right. I had that turned off on this account. What? What? That's an upgrade. Guys, this task I thought was going to be my downfall of this episode because it's just a waste of time, truthfully. Guys, like the chances of me getting this drop are not on my side. It's 1 out of 400 with the ×3 drop rate multiplier. 1 out of 400. I think I've had like 60 to 70 kills before this task started. So when I finish this task, I'll have like 170 kills or something. I don't even know, truthfully. I'm just spitballing here, but that is ridiculous. I gotta be careful with this because if I use it too much, I'm gonna waste it. You attack so quick. I need to actually make sure I save this for the fight. I might have to get a second whip, but obviously right now we're not really gonna worry about that. That's an upgrade. This just became so worth it. And you know what? No, fuck it. That is deserved. Mr. 1KC Smoldering Stone, Mr. 1KC fucking Zenite. Well, that task that was supposed to be the worst part of the episode somehow became the best. We needed to do it. We have 30 points now. So we're actually going to get a Jad task, guys. I mean, I just talked about it, I think. So we want to go to assignments, Tazar. And the good thing is that even if I don't complete it, we don't have to then skip it. It, like, resets the task and you keep your streak. It's a bit odd. We're really close to 30 and we'll get a boost anyway. So let's gear up and I'll probably see you at Jad, guys.
Is that 1 minute 10 exactly? Do we get the points for it? 100 points? And 100 points. There's 200 points for it. Absolutely awesome. That was exactly. Oh no, yeah, it was exactly 1 minute 10. Insane, insane. As I say, we do need 76 agility, so I am going to keep going. And here we go. That should be enough. There we go. That is all the agility we need. And now I'm just going to carry on doing the task here so we can finish off our 50 crystal shards that we need. We need 3 more. Which really shouldn't take too long. And of course, we'll get some melee XP here as well. Let's change that to that. We will get some melee XP here as well, along with Slayer. And yeah, 3 more crystal shards, and then we can make a crystal helm, which would be really good for Zulrah. And it's also another task. That is another task completed without even trying as well. We just got 20 superiors killed, and superiors always drop a crystal shard. So that was a really nice one to get. Another task done. Boom. Taking us 1,500 points away. And this is going to be the last crystal shard coming in. Are we going to see an imbued heart as well? That would be amazing. Nope, we are not. But we can now make ourselves our crystal helm. So let's go and do it. So I've never done this before, but I think we sing here. Make the crystal helm. Yes. Let's do it. Boom. 30k in each. Bloody hell. That's a lot of XP. 63 smithing coming in there, and we get a bit of crafting XP to push us further. Boom. Is it a task? It's not a task to wear it, but it was to make it. This will increase our damage of our crystal bow. And talking about our crystal bow, let's go and buy it now, because we will need it, and it is 100 points for wielding the crystal bow / buying it. I can't remember. One of the two. So let's hit the bank, get ourselves out 900k. Luckily, we've got, I think, just shy of 2 mil, actually. So we've got a lot of money in the bank at the moment. And then, yeah, let's buy a crystal bow. Here we go. One crystal bow, 900k, please. Thank you very much, mate. Boom. There it is, the crystal bow. 100 more points, taking us 1,300 away.
I hate doing the fire cape melee, but it's got to be done. Did I get it? Oh my gosh, I got it. I got it. And 90 Slayer. How quick did I get it? Wow, by a minute. We're going to swing south. We're going to cash this right in. So that was 2 tasks. I tanked a hit. Got it in under 35 minutes. And to cash in a fire cape is another task. So a buttload of points and 3 tasks done in a matter of no time. Yeah, show the fire cape. Can I get through? Let me through, sir. Let me through. I'm part of like the big kids club now. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Let me sacrifice my fire cape. We'll just hand it over. Hand over that cape. 250 points and 2 more tasks. Yeah, we have over 3 hours left. Oh, yes. Okay, I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. I'm probably gonna catch implings. So we just did the Tower of Life quest, and now we want to build this hard stash unit and then fill it up with this stuff right here. And that should be a task. Why isn't that working? Search. Yes, there it is, guys. We can actually pause the timer because I have amazing news. First of all, let's take this out because we actually need that power amulet. Although we're about to actually upgrade our necklace, truthfully. We can now unlock the next area. There's a few ways to counter Link's plan, but I think just getting Piety, getting a defender, and hitting through whatever he throws at us is going to be the most efficient way of combating anything he can do. So I've thought about it. I won Asgarnia before, obviously, and even after his plan. I still think Asgarnia might be the best. There are multiple ways to try and counter what he can throw at us, and I'm thinking that Sandfu Serums is the best method, but we already have that unlocked with Mortania. So, the first thing we're going to do is unlock it and probably make a glory and then go for Piety. This is crazy, man. That is... wow. Let me just say that being in Asgarnia is an incredibly weird feeling. I'm so used to being locked in Kandarin and Mortania. That is a lot of XP. I actually didn't see how much prayer XP we got. 11,000 times 12. 132k prayer experience. That is really nice. That's a little bit less dragons I have to kill. So next up, we have to do Murder Mystery. All right, Murder Mystery done. Now we just need Black Knight's Fortress, and we can get on with King's Ransom for Piety. Well, of course, for 70 prayer, but we unlock the ability to use Piety. All right, now we just talk to you. Boom. Okay, that should be all the requirements, right? King's Ransom. Looks like it. Let's do it.
Here's a cheeky one I forgot about. By unlocking the Elven Lands, we actually completed Big Chompy Bird hunting, and I think we've got a load of points we can redeem here. Buy the bow off him. And then I think we say to him, can I have a hat, please? And he'll give us a load of hats, and I think some of them give us points for wearing them, which is pretty OP. Definitely go and do it if you haven't yourself. So yeah, let's just put on all the hats, I guess. There we go, 50 points. 160 points for that, I think. Let's just make sure I put every single one on. 10 points. And I guess 100 for one of them as well. And 100 there. Nice, beautiful. Takes us even closer for very, very cheap points there. So I didn't actually record any voice for this because I was just concentrating on getting the kill, but we went and did a Corrupted Gauntlet, which was 250 points. Did actually fail on my first attempt, which is a bit annoying. And we were also just sending a load of tasks to get to the next relic, so that's why the timer Was down about an hour or so since the last clip, and yeah, nothing too great from that loot, but it is the Corrupted Gauntlet done. Okay, next up, we need to get ourselves 87 fishing, because then we can go ahead and start fishing for Sacred Eels, and that is a 250 point task to catch 50 of them, and then that will take us 40 points away, and we definitely have to finish on a Zulrah kill, which will then take us over. So we'll get the relic after we kill Zulrah, so yeah, interesting few minutes to come. I'm excited, and then yeah, we'll have tier 6. Okay, this is it gonna be coming in. I'm just gonna drop one Quran one because I don't want to do another trip. There we go. 75 fishing coming in. Let's go and do this. Apparently got to do something. Ask the High Priestess. Okay, right. We just got to talk to her. And now it works. So we just need to catch 50 of these and then use our knife on them like this to get Zulrah scales. And yeah, 50 of those and boom.
This should be the quest complete. King's Ransom, there we go. I'm surprised none of these are tasks, but yet like the Observatory quest is a freaking task. 92 defense. Well, it's really good being nearly maxed and attacking at half the speed because that is the waves complete. And oh, look at that XP. I think we gained some levels, but wow. Okay, and okay, 92 strength, 92 hit points, and of course we now unlock Chivalry and Piety once we get 70 Prayer, which is exactly what we are going to do right now. Actually, no, let's make a Glory first, then, let's go to Falador. Let's make a Glory, then we can unlock Piety. Boom, that's what we're going to do. I have wanted a Glory for so long. I think this is even a task to open this up. Oh, we have to actually use it on it. The Crystal Chest. Boom. There's our Dragonstone. Spinach rolls. Nice. Exactly what I wanted to see. Forgot my chisel, but we could still go home. I have to go to Lumbers. That's much quicker. And we need a ball of wool. And I think to even craft a Dragonstone amulet is a task as well. It's always great unlocking that new region because you unlock so many tasks kind of by accident. You don't realize you do it until you do something and it's like, oh shit. Oh, I'll try. Don't even know if he's talking to me. He has to be, right? He has to be. How did I grab my shears? How did I remember that and not my chisel? Imagine that. Let's not waste any game ticks. Look at that. Make the Dragonstone amulet. Attach the string. 100 points for just doing that. To be fair, it did take me ages to get this fucking done. So, Amulet of Glory. Real quick stat comparison. Go up in 4/. Go up in the same strength, but +2 prayer. That's actually huge. Alright guys, now that we have Asgarnia unlocked, we can actually get blue dragons as Slayer task. 92 attack right there, so back to controlled we go. Looks like we're pretty far from other levels. The good news is also, while going for Piety, maybe we'll get a level in each of our skills. I don't know exactly how much XP we're going to get, but we need about 70-ish bones. We already had 39 in the bank from that other little grind we did to make the blue dragonhide bodies, but we're going to go right to 70 prayer, or get the bones needed for 70 prayer, and then use the ectofuntus to achieve that. So I don't think it's going to take that long to get these kills. Slayer task, twice the attack speed. These things don't have crazy defense, so I'll let you know when I have the bones. And then it's just the ectofuntus grind, which I'm not looking forward to because I think that is what might take a while.
That is 250 points to do 50 of them, which is sick. And then obviously killing Zulrah will push us over into the next relic. There we go, guys. And that means we can unlock the last relic. Now, it has to be Weapon Specialist. It just has to be. I know Rargh's got a lot more opportunities than I do with spec weapons and stuff like that, but it has to be. I can't be going draining strikes. It just will get outmatched. So for those of you who don't know what this does, all of the attacks have 10% increased accuracy and increased damage. Every 30 seconds your special attack energy is restored by 30% rather than the usual 10%, and special attacks that would normally have an energy cost of greater than 20% now only cost 20%. So for example, a Bandos Godsword only you can do it 5 times rather than the 2. So, locked? 40 points? Oh, I've still got to kill Zulrah, don't I? Let's go kill Zulrah and then we can unlock it. Right guys, so I'm going for this setup. Mystics with the Obby Cape, a Trident obviously, and then we are looking at taking 3 anti-poisons here because we don't have any anti-venom. We're going to have to keep dealing with that. Then we've got the Black D'hide and the Crystal Helm that we made, which will give the Crystal Bow a little boost, which is nice. And then some sharks into a few Quran ones as well, a couple of prayer pots just in case, but I don't think we'll need... We might need one prayer pot, but I think two might be a bit overkill, but I don't know how long this is going to take. So let's go in, and let's see how this goes.
All right, this should be enough bones. Let's quickly put this in. If we type in bones... That's enough. That's enough. Okay, let's bank everything. We actually have to buy buckets of slime. Now we need the coins out, and we'll probably buy them... Actually, with buckets of slime, it doesn't really matter where we buy them. So just buy them in Catherby. No. Quicker way. We could go to the fishing trawler. Boom. That's probably the quickest teleport. Where's the fishing trawler? If I can find the teleport. Boom. There we go. Okay, we'll buy 110-ish buckets of slime. And then we gotta grind the bones. That's pretty much the work. It takes like 5 seconds to worship. It's gonna take a few minutes to buy the buckets of slime. It's the grinding that takes a while. So yeah, let's just bank everything because it's probably quicker just to bank from here. Yeah, because it's not far from the bank at all. Is this the last one? Guys, 70 prayer, 48 minutes left. That actually took a little less than an hour. I believe that's a task. Everything is a task these days. I absolutely love this. Guys, I fear that Link's gonna have the next tier relic. I'm gonna show it really fast, the relic. And they all give that 10% increased accuracy and increased damage. And the fights are really close, so if he gets that, I don't think he'll have a spec weapon to really make that perk really useful. But Piety was kind of like my 8% increase in strength and 10% increase in defense, 5% increase in strength. So not quite that, because I don't think I'll be getting just under 2k points in 47 minutes. We'll try. I know I won't get it, but we get as close as we can possibly get. One of the perks of being in Asgarnia, the monk's robe. Guys, we're going to snag ourselves a pair of dragon boots. It's super common. I know the boots are 1 out of 128, so what is it gonna be, 1 out of 42 roughly? And of course we're, I love saying how we attack at twice the speed, because a lot of people think it as, yeah, it's 3 times the drop rate, but with twice the attack speed, we're really getting it like 6-7 times faster, assuming the monsters are close by and you can kill them really quickly. But I know for a fact these spiritual mages do not have the highest defense, so this should be incredibly quick. I do have my potions because my stats will probably drain from this darn snow, but hopefully I can find a spot with no Zammy or Armadillo monsters attacking me, and I can get the dragon boots relatively quickly. Upgrade during the fight, and a 100-point task.
Is range going to hit well? That's the question. Okay, that's an alright start. 12 into a 17. Nice. Hit. Come on. This is very slow. Very slow. Luckily, the next relic's going to give us 10% accuracy and damage for both mage and range, which will be helpful. And I think we are going to have to train these stats up a little bit. I mean, we're going to need 90 magic anyway, so we'll probably get that suffering and 90 magic before we do any more Zulrah after this, because this is a little bit ridiculous. Oh no. That was a waste of 16 HP. First eat coming in here, and Zulrah is sending us there. Come on, just a little bit more. Go on, range. Come on, Crystal Helm. Come in clutch. Very nice, very nice. Come on. Last hit. That should be the kill. There it is. Boom. Let's anti-poison up before the venom kills us. And that is 100 points. 25 toe flax, which would be good for herb lore, and some coal. Not a bad little drop in terms of being an Iron Man. We will take that, and now we can go ahead and get our relic. Let's open it up. I mean, I've already spoken about it, so obviously you guys can't quite see it, but it's just under here, weapon specialist. So we're going to get all the specs. We're going to get, you know, spec, and then obviously we also get the 10% increased accuracy and damage. And on top of that, we get the XP multiplier from 12 to 16, and that is the main reason why I waited to get magic and range levels and stuff until now. Let's buy it. Weapon specialist, the last relic. We've done everything now. Tasks don't matter. You've unlocked all areas, you've unlocked all relics. It doesn't matter anymore. We don't need to grind tasks, which is great. We can just get on with doing what we want to do. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get my magic up, but I got so many lore runes at the moment that it's just made me think, let's just start doing some teleporting to Camelot while I think about it. Boom, and that should, yeah. So we're going to get 888 XP per teleport. So while I think I could just waste these runes, like I don't use them anyway because we've got so many teleports around the map. Like these lore runes literally just sit in the bank. I'll probably leave like 100 or something just in case, but you know, might as well get a bit of passive XP while I think.
There it is, guys. Kill 19. Let's go. Oh, we are actually full inventory here. The boot upgrade, 100 points. Let's just see the difference real quick. Not a crazy amount in the defense department, but of course 2 extra strength, which is, you know, probably the main reason why dragon boots are so special. But let's get on out of here. I'm hyped. So guys, it's time to skip the blue dragon task and go for a hill giant task. The reason for this is that cyclopses count as hill giants. So yep, confirm. Skip that 15. So we got to make sure we don't skip this next. Well, we can't skip it. We have to make sure we don't skip any of the next few, truthfully. Oh, wow. That was 50 points for just entering. But guys, I only have black armor. Mithril armor was pretty hard to get. I think I actually buy mithril plate legs here or something. I read on the wiki ages ago. Addy armor, I'm an idiot. I alked it. Rune armor, I alked the helm. I was not thinking ahead. So we're just gonna do black for now, but we are gonna start going for the dragon defender. Of course, there's no way in hell we're gonna get it this episode, but if we can have a nice dent in it by the time we come back, plus figure we can get some nice combat experience. I don't think we'll get any levels, but even if we're closer to a level, that's still working towards it. And this is a task to, of course, wear a dragon defender. Wow, a bronze defender already. I'm going to kill this one just so I'm not a dick to the other people. Right, okay. So far, pretty good, guys. 18 kills in. Maybe this will be a little better than I thought. The RNG might be turning around here. Give me iron, and let's do this. And then an iron after, like, 7 more kills. All right. I like where this is headed. You're joking. The first kill in there. I shit you not, guys. I shit you not. I didn't think this was affected by the drop rate. Maybe it's not. I'm just getting incredibly lucky. What? Maybe back to back? All right, I'm going to keep the recording on. It's got to be back to back. This is my time to shine. It has to be. Okay, I definitely jinxed it there. Fuck. 32 kills in total. 1 second, Cyclops. I'll be with you in a second. Dude, okay. I came in here thinking I wasn't going to get dragon, but I'm starting to think I might. Right. Okay. This is nuts.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this task. I really need to get these points up, but we're cancelling the Blood Veil task, and we are going to get ourselves a Kraken task. I'm not going to be splashing. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be actually killing it. The reason for this is we can get death runes, chaos runes back, and also if we can get a what's it called, passive Abbey tentacle or an abyssal tentacle, that would be pretty sick for the fights and stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll turn up in our, I think you go D-hide actually when you don't have like ancestral and stuff. So I think we're going to go with D-hide. We'll try and get as much magic as possible, and yeah, let's go over there. Right, let's see how we are going to do here. Just brought some bronze arrows and a yew short bow to wake up the whirlpools here, and let's hope we are going to hit. Okay, that's a good start. Very good start. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I was a bit worried that wearing the black D-hide was going to mean we weren't hitting, but that is fantastic. Okay, so I decided to just go for a little test to see what would be better, going with Fire Wave or going with a trident. And the trident seems to, because it gives so little XP, like base XP, if you miss you get no XP or like a very, very small amount. Whereas if you're using Firewave, you always get a base amount of XP, and the XP is so much quicker doing it this way rather than using the trident. So we're going to be using Firewave now. We've got loads of blood runes, so we're looking really, really good on that front. And yeah, this is going to be way better XP. That is exactly what you want to see. That's amazing. That is so, so good. That's just saved us so much money getting that. That is insane. Okay, that is going to be our last kill. We got 90 KC. Let's go out of here. We need to get ourselves food, and I think I've already got recoils. Yeah, I do, because I made them for Zulrah, but just food. A strategy I've been using just to effectively have a really quick way of getting my stats back up is just jumping into the gauntlet and then back out, which has been working really well, seeing as we have that ring that takes us right here. We got the returning, which takes us right here. Then we just jump in the gauntlet, in and out, and then use, Edgeville back. Forgot to even mention the magic level. We got up to 86, so we are we're getting there. We're getting there, but I think I'm going to need to get 90 because I can't get a magic potion unless Dr. Jekyll comes visits us. So we'll see. Okay, pretty similar setup to last time. The only difference is I am going to be bringing the Dragon Scimitar again. With our last relic, we got ourselves, let's go to relics. With the last relic, we got ourselves 10% increased accuracy and damage. So, just in general, this whole fight, we will have 10% increased damage and accuracy, which I don't think Rargh will have. I don't think it's possible for him to have got enough points to have unlocked this yet. So I think we're going in with a bit of an advantage there. But also, because we're getting special attacks so often, the Dragon Simi could be huge. It usually uses 55% spec. But because we've only got, because we got the relic, it uses 20. So it's 5 specs we get with this. And if we successfully hit with it, Rargh can't use protection press for 5 seconds. And obviously this is new bounds, because in the normal game you can't spec back to back. But I don't know if I spec him and he can't then put protection prayers on, I don't know if I spec him again, it then adds another 5 seconds, and then spec him again, it adds another 5 seconds, or whether he has immunity to it and he'll be able to put his prayers up. So this could be very useful throughout the whole fight, just specking, and hoping that that prayer goes down quite a lot for him. So that's why we're going to bring this. Oh, and I'll also be taking 1 Sanfew Serum, because we got so many from Kraken. I think I got 8 from him. So yeah, we're going to be taking Sanfew Serum, so we'll, use it in the right way so that I just protect from a bit of poison without even needing to bring an anti-poison, so that'd be nice.
Alright guys, we're going to do one more Cyclops kill. One more. Now, we actually ended up getting a little bit unlucky in the later half of the Defender grind. Of course, we got incredibly lucky. Alright, one more. Screw it, one more. And you'll see why we're leaving a minute and a half early. But we got incredibly lucky. We got black super quick. Oh, I thought that was Mithril for a second. But we have to do something really quick, and I want to make sure I have enough time for this. Now, I didn't do this earlier in the episode, but we did, in fact, get a Abyssal Tentacle, or we got a Kraken Tentacle, and we want to make an Abyssal Tentacle. Now, I didn't use this because I didn't want to use it during this episode because it has charges. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach this. I might have to get a second whip in general with using the Kraken Tentacle just so I could use that second whip doing other things and use the Kraken Whip to, fight Link because it's only 10,000 charges. Anyways, consume the whip. Guys, that is going to conclude this episode. A 250 point task, 3.5k total, or 13.5k total points. So before we talk about what we're bringing to the fight, I just want to say real quick that I might bring 3 prayer pots instead of 2. Of course, I'll still make my decision before we have a reveal and our combat level gear, all that stuff reveal. So don't worry about that. I just don't know. It's just that our prayer bonus is too high from the glory. We have a higher prayer level, so these potions, the prayer potions, restore more. And we have Piety, which drains a lot slower than Steel Skin, Ultimate Strength, and Incredible Reflexes combined. So 2 might be enough. It really might be enough. Plus Piety is just stronger. I might kill him quicker. He's going to be stronger. He might kill me quicker. So it's very difficult to tell how much prayer to actually bring, but I really am thinking 2. 4-dose super anti-poison in case he somehow has venom this fight. I don't think he does, but I usually bring 1 doses because I had it, but let's just make sure it's a 4 dose. The spec weapon, the 2 recoils, of course. Still going with the 4. Actually, I want to bring 5 gram. Actually, no, let's do 4. Let's go with my gut feeling. Let's stick with 4. And as for our gear setup, the Glory upgrade, the Dragon Boot upgrade, and the Abyssal Tentacle upgrade, which is the big one here, because usually in these fights, this weapon right here, the Dragon Dagger Poisoned, is very unreliable. Somebody calced in the comment section that it's like 40 plus damage and poison if the person doesn't have an anti-poison, which Link I don't think has brung yet. Why? I don't know. 40 is 2 sharks. Of course, if I don't poison, I usually do by the later end of the fight. It's up to him, but the thing I'm trying to get at the most is even if this fails, which it has been recently, that's where this comes in. Extra attack bonus, extra strength bonus, and poisons. So if he doesn't have an anti-poison, this is going to be like an extra 2 sharks upon extra damage, hopefully with the attack bonus and strength bonus onto him. I think I have this if Link does not have the tier 6 relic. The problem is that he very well could have the tier 6 relic, and I'm very well expecting him to have the tier 6 relic. Even if he has it, I don't think he has the best spec weapon. The Dragon Spear flopped massively. He didn't seem like he was using it properly. He even dropped a shark and then wasted a tick to walk back and pick it up. It was incredibly messy. I do think it could work if you do it right as a very slow, prolonged, stunning, get an extra hit type fight. Because I'm pretty sure it's going the spec relic, which is why I'm talking about this. But we won't know until we get in the fight. Or you guys know. He's probably talking about his plan right now, but let me stop rambling. Let's get in the fight. Linky boy. Nice. I will say that my progression, this one seemed like it went the fastest for me. I don't know really? Why. It was, the first half was grinding. I mean, I'm sure you know I unlocked my next area. A lot of people think, for whatever reason, I think people just want to think way more into it than they should, but I did pick Asgarnia as my region. Yep. I thought you would. Still think this is a very solid plan, and the only reason why you changed it was because you thought I could achieve it quicker, and you're trying to counteract it. So to counteract your counteract by counteracting it didn't really seem to make sense to me. So
yeah, I'd say if you'd picked Elven, I would have been a lot more happy, you know. So I expected you to go to Asgarnia, but you know, I still thought I'd throw it in there, see what I could do, you know. Yeah, for sure. So I guess we can get in tasks and points. I mean, 13.5k, so I did not actually unlock my next relic because the first first half of the episode was just doing tasks like the 10 pointers, 50 pointers that took forever to unlock the next region. Guessing you got piety? I did get piety. Yeah, I was thinking that's the first thing he rushes, surely. Yeah. Surely. I mean, my main thing is that the next tier relic gives 10% boost in attack and strength, and I was like, maybe I can negate that if you got the tier 6 because I get an extra 10% in defense, 8 in strength, and 5 in attack percent. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll see. But I guess the big thing I want to know, dude, is did you unlock the next relic? It says on my screen right here, mate, you have unlocked all areas. You have unlocked all relics. Wow. There is nothing more to do. I keep thinking to myself, like, I think I had about 3 hours of it. You're free, and man. I kept thinking to myself, like, okay, what task do I complete? I don't need to complete tasks anymore. Dude, that must be a great feeling, though. Like, it's just train skills and grind for drops. That literally is now what you have to do, and I'm a bit jealous, but I know I can get mine in the next episode. I still have so many easy ones that I can do, and I'm only 1.5k away-ish. Yeah, that'll probably take, 2-3 hours max? Yeah, like, dude, what is Kill Serb? Like, 250 points, boom. I think it's 250. Yeah. So, really, I think 250 is for killing Serb without her getting the ghosts out, but I think it's 100 for killing Serb. Oh, is it easy to not have the ghosts out? I've never killed Serb. I don't know. I don't know, okay. Obviously. I went in there with fairly basic gear and just killed Serbs. So and you got Prim's 1kc, right? Oh, fuck off. I unlocked the special attack one. I didn't go for the draining strikes. And obviously, as you say, I got the 10% damage and accuracy bonus. Yep. Which would be nice for this fight. Will it counteract what you've done? I don't know. It depends if you got a defender or not. We'll see. A little bit worried. That's the big question. Defender.
I mean, Piety really has to hold it for me. I think of the two, Piety is the much bigger one to have. I think the defender works well with Piety, but obviously it works well with anything. It's a defender, but I think Piety is like the big one that you want for Asgarnia. You know, that is probably, honestly, that's why I got Asgarnia. If they didn't have Piety, I probably would have said fuck it, maybe I'll do something else, because I just think there's a little bit of a cliche route, but things are cliche for a reason, unfortunately, you know, because it's usually the best. Actually, it's my upload, so you can have the honors of the first item reveal, and we'll start throwing it on.
Helm, mate. Go Helm.
Cool.
Boom. Yeah, same.
Okay. All right. I mean, look, I feel like it's much... Well, actually, no, it's not easy for you to upgrade. That's right. I keep thinking you went Mortania. Like, deep down, I'm like, he's going to take out Barrows. I'll go Body. I don't know why I didn't. I just threw it on. I mean, okay. Those three, you know, are the same. I'm not doing any fucking Barrows. Okay. Call it
let's go Necklace, mate. You got a glory?
Ooh, I did. I was waiting on those crystal keys I had in my bank for such a long time, man. Yeah. And it's a task to make a Dragonstone amulet.
It is, so. Correct. It is, yeah.
I had to do it.
All right. That's not good.
Let's go.
Cape, obviously, I still haven't. I didn't even bother. I just sent tasks.
Right. To be fair, dude, I did the fire cape again this episode and got 3 under 35 minutes, tanked a hit, and cashed it in.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, man went for it.
Yeah, really I was like, okay, even if I die an embarrassing death of tanking a hit, it's still one task done. So
right, yeah. Okay, all right, I'll respect that.
All right, throw on some boots, man.
Did he get D boots?
Dude, like 20 KC, man. Bro. Just was zooming through. That's
painful. It would have been nice for you to get a bit dry there, but okay. Yeah. Combat bracelet, same for me.
Yep, same.
Would have upgraded that.
Yep.
All right, shield stock, mate.
Did not get it.
Okay. Did you even start?
Spent the last hour going, not even 40 minutes. This was like a day ago now, guys, that I did this. I don't know the exact time, but I want to say I got to black.
No temp whip for me.
10 whip for me, dude.
What KC?
I don't even know, because I was killing the normal Krakens. So, dude, this is an accident. This is an accident. How it happened was I wasn't able to get any more Slayer tasks because I skipped enough where I only had 15 points left. And there's no, like, worse masters, I don't think, at least as far as I'm concerned, with what I had, because I couldn't go to Asgarnia yet. This was before I unlocked the new region. And I wanted to do the Jad. And I was like, guys, I'm just going to waste 45 minutes. I fucked up. I'm going to take this as a sunk cost and just do it. Fuck it. I end up getting a fucking Kraken Tentacle. And...
Kids, you don't know why that pains me even more, mate?
Why? Oh, I can't see that, so you want to shout it out?
I've killed 90 boss Krakens. 90. I got a Trident of the Seas full, so I've got 2 Tridents now, but no... And I must have killed, I don't know, 20, 30 of the small ones as well.
Oh, man.
I've gone dry there. Well, not dry, but compared to you, obviously, it's
I think it's 1 in 133.
Something like that.
All right, what's that spec weapon?
I got 2 recoils as well, obviously.
Oh, yeah, same.
Spec weapon, mate, is...
It's either going to be the dagger or the spear. Well, I guess he could go Simi.
Correct, Simi.
The Simi. Yeah, dude, honestly, I was reading some of the comments of the last video, and a lot of people were saying, like, oh, every time you spec, you wasted a tick, and then you picked up the food.
It's only good if you can get a Gmaul, and I can't get one. And I cannot wait for you to fucking pull that out in a few episodes' time. That's going to be fucking fun.
Yeah, but I don't have a spear, and I'm not going to try to get a spear, because it's fucking dumb rare.
Yeah.
So...
the thought process is I've got 10% more accuracy. The spec does 25% more accuracy, and usually it's a 55% spec. It's now a 20% spec, so it's 5 specs. Then it comes back again. If I can hit 3 or 4 of them, then that gives me 15 seconds of unprotected attacks. So that was the plan.
Yeah,
that's the plan. I also brought a Sam Serum. I got about 10 of them from Kraken, or 8, something like that.
Oh,
So I brought a
nice.
sand for you to protect from poison, which is good because you got that Kraken tentacle now.
Yeah, dude, you haven't brought anti-poison once, which I'm shocked because like everyone in the comments is like, it does like 40 damage. It does 40 damage. So I was shocked.
But then, like last fight, it didn't. You know.
It's a big price to pay though if it does
All right.
poison.
I don't look at any fight and think that the poison lost me it. But now I get it, passively anyway with the Sandview serum. So who cares?
Yeah. All right, let's fire into this, man.
Yeah. Still.
All right, Link. A bit nervous about this one. It's funny, you guys didn't hear this, but we both think the other person's gonna win. So, I mean, I guess it's a very natural way to think. But Link, it's my upload.
We're both pessimists, right? Is the problem.
It's shitty because I'm actually a pretty happy person, but the PvP challenges bring out the worst, man. Anyways, man, I am gonna give you a 2-second, or you give me a 2-second warning actually, and then you swing away whenever.
Cool. Here we go. 2-second warning, man.
Okay.
Let's do it. Boom. Let's go. Come on.
Best. Wait, did you? Oh, that was recoil. That was recoil. Okay, that's a beautiful start.
That is not a good start for me. At all.
The specs are gonna come back quick though, man. They're gonna come back really quick.
That is correct, mate. That is correct. But you are obliterating me here. I don't think I've hit. Yes!
Be careful for shit like that.
Come on.
It's a good thing you can't hit anyways, man.
What?
Oh, I can get that back on quick.
Wow.
That's good.
Didn't even get the hit.
That's good news. That's good news. Piety is OP, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
I can finally
dumb.
see what I've been missing out on all this time.
It's a treat, mate. I'll give you that.
Yeah, if I see that sim come out, I'm eating.
Hit! Oh my god.
Wow, dude.
Oh my god. At least the sim's hitting.
Seems like 5 seconds is quick though, doesn't it? It seems more like 3 seconds. I don't know. Maybe I'm just oblivious here.
I think you've been a bit oblivious, mate.
Yeah. I mean, that's very possible. Hit the spec, no way. I'm fuming that the one time I'm actually gonna 100% poison you have fucking sand fused. Wow, 19 with protection on. Wow, that would have been a big hit.
Wow.
Oh, your prayer's out, bro. Yeah.
I'm smited. Oh, fuck. The American ping made me double click it.
Yeah, blame the Americans.
I'm blaming the American ping, mate. Right, and this is why I had to go for my Elven plan, because there's no way I'm keeping up with this now. No way.
That Venom's gonna be scary though, dude.
No way.
Honestly, that relic, dude, I thought you would be hitting like a truck, to be honest, with the 10% extra accuracy.
It's done nothing, mate. It's done nothing.
Dude, you need to up that spec weapon because everyone's saying how OP a D-Sim was gonna be and it flopped again.
Fucking shit. It's a load of shit. Oh man, it just does not hit.
It's just not accurate enough.
This does not hit. Doesn't hit. It doesn't hit B's and G's. It doesn't hit.
Wow.
How much food?
I had 7 food left.
And that was my one episode with the spec advantage.
I don't know. You say that, man. I mean, everyone makes a big talk about this Gmaul, but I don't know. Every time I've ever used a Gmaul, dude, it never hits. In every PvP challenge I've ever had a Gmaul, it never hit.
It's painful. If that could have been like 3 food, I'd be feeling okay. But that is the last of my advantage.
I feel for you, dude. I do.
That is hurts. Can I just check something?
Yeah.
While we're in here,
I'm gonna take off my whip so I don't accidentally.
Just take everything off. I wanted to know if you hit, because obviously this can't be done in the main game. If you hit a desim spec and then hit another one, does it do like 10 seconds or does it do 5 seconds? Or if you do it like, if it has like 4 seconds left of thing, does it redo the 5 seconds, you know?
Right. Let's check it out. My auto's off. I'll keep trying to put it on.
Shut your prayer up now, though. Yeah, cool. Nice. Okay, so let's say I go for it again. Can you put it back on now?
No.
Oh, so it does stack.
I don't know. I'm trying to. I still can't put it back on.
Wow.
Just went back on there.
Wow. So my plan, if it was going to be hitting, was I was going to try and like kill you or hit you, and then spec it again to keep you like constantly off prayer.
Right.
Wow.
But also that means you have to keep the desim out though, because I mean, yeah, there's a chance you get me off prayer once you hit the spec, but every spec you miss, you're sacrificing a whip hit that could have. You know,
the
also
desim
been done.
wasn't worth it, but I had to know.
Yeah.